And today I just wanted to talk real quickly about AI. I was listening to Gary Vee the other day, and somebody was asking him a question about content creation, and they're talking about different styles and different methods. But a question that came up to him was, "What do you think about using AI?" And I think this really applies to anything. But I've heard a lot of people from all different age groups say that they're afraid to use AI or they have tons of concerns about where AI is going. They don't want to use it because it's scary or turning into a robot. And I think there's some legitimacy to all that. Like it's something to be cautious about. But I think the idea of saying I'm not going to use AI is not reasonable. And I wanted to take a minute to talk about why. And if you're not using it, to consider persuading you to start using it. So, um, that said, uh, the reason that this came up is his response really made me think. And what he said was every technology that's come out up to this point, we have feared, and that they've all actually turned out um, to be a good thing. And so, with that said, I'm going to go through some of the technologies that we've been afraid of in the past and talk about how they became good things, and maybe that will inspire you to reconsider the use of AI. So, first one, see if we can load this up here. There we go. First one was steam trains or steam locomotives in the 1800s. People believed that these would cause brain damage, moral decay, or that they would make cows stop producing milk. So people didn't use trains. They were afraid of trains. They were afraid of what they would do. But until cars came out, and even still, this is a very valid use of transportation. They opened up cities. They created jobs. And if you're traveling across different parts of the world, it's hard to imagine not having trains. So people that were once afraid of trains, it would be ridiculous for you to be afraid of trains at this point. Late 1800s, electricity came out. It was believed that it was dangerous, it was unnatural, that electric lights were going to cause blindness or fires. And today, almost 100% of the world relies on electricity. And if you are unable to charge your phone, people are completely freaking out. If you don't have electricity in your house and you have children, the Department of Children and Families will come because it's considered not safe or not healthy or not a reasonable way to live. So, electricity was once feared. Sewing machines were feared. They were feared that job loss and people losing jobs. And again, AI is going to take jobs, but really it creates more opportunities. And people that maybe before had less opportunities because they didn't have an education can learn using AI. They can learn to use AI and create opportunities for themselves. So while sewing machines did take jobs, AI is going to take jobs. Ideally, it will create more opportunities as well. The other one is the telephone. So people were afraid that, we're going to use phones, so we're not going to talk face to face anymore. Um, Now, calling someone is actually considered personal because of all the text messaging and social media use. And also, most people can't go a day without using a phone. But this was once a technology that was feared. Photography was feared. It was seen to steal souls, to invade privacy. It was considered something that was dangerous. And yet now it's created jobs, it's transformed journalism, it's created art. And not only did cameras become widespread, but now you can't buy a phone without a camera in it. So we all have that every day. Automobiles, cars, they were seen as destroying the economy of horses. People that used horses for transportation, they were seen as too fast and too dangerous. But today, again, unless you live in a major city with good public transit, you almost need a car to get around. Computers. These were initially dismissed as impractical. They were going to replace human labor and human thinking. Actually, I think a lot of the thinking around computers is similar to what you're seeing around AI today. Um, and so you think about, oh, it's going to take jobs, it's going to think for us. Exact same thing people are saying about AI, but you won't see a school without computers now. There's all these organizations that are looking to donate computers to people in developing countries so they can learn. It's almost considered impossible to learn without a computer these days. Everybody, even if they didn't use a laptop going to college, like, oh, I go into college, I need a laptop now. If you're going to build a business, you want a computer. And so I think there's a lot of similarities to what people feared about computers with AI today. And then airplanes. At one point, they were considered. Everybody said it's impossible to fly. You'll never be able to fly. It's suicidal. They were ridiculed. They were made fun of for building a plane. Now, if you need to go across the country, it's the most reasonable expectation that you would take an airplane, and it's considered safer than driving a car. Calculators. This one is for all the teachers out there that are like, oh, I don't want my students using AI. They're never going to learn. It's exactly what math teachers said when calculators first came out. And my rebuttal to that is this: when students started using calculators for math, yes, it did take away their ability to do arithmetic in the way that they used to learn it. Yet they were able to do larger, more complex calculations in a shorter amount of time, allowing us to do bigger projects and complete bigger tasks. Same thing today. You can do more than just math. You can do tons of major projects and calculations and figure things out and create software using AI today that, yeah, maybe you don't know how to do simple arithmetic. So the AI similarity would be if you're building software, maybe you don't know how to code and you can build the software. But basically, you're taking years of people's knowledge in learning this stuff. A computer learned it, and you're utilizing that to move on to bigger things. So, for example, a calculator allowed a student to complete a more difficult math problem in a shorter period of time. AI is going to allow us to solve deeper and bigger problems in the world because the computers are going to help us do some of the thinking for us. So, with that said, if you're not using AI yet, your job's not going to get replaced by AI, but it'll be replaced by somebody that knows how to use AI and that knows how to create AI prompts. So, I encourage you to take a look, use it wisely, but if you're not getting on board, you might get left behind. Thanks for joining today.